Have you packed your belongings? Master? Very well. All right, lads. Clear the decks to shove off. Wait a minute. The voice of the River Father invited you to his island? How did that come about? Really? Well, if that's how it is, we should set off for the island immediately.
Upon my soul. Now the fuss about the River Father is starting up again. Salm, instead of coughing up our silver.
With all due respect, we want to get to the toll gate urgently.
Mythalaria hasn't been spared pirate attacks without a reason. To put the River Father's blessing at risk now would be more than foolish.
If going to this island doesn't involve a long detour, then it's fine with me, Captain. Good. Maybe this Emerald can even be helpful. In regard to our search for the pirates. Let's be off, Captain.
Hoist the sails and cast off, men! We're heading downriver!
It was always a mystery to me what dwarves have to do with trees and squirrels. But a dwarf feeling comfortable with bodies of water? I must admit I felt a little queasy as we entered Brother Emeron's river cave.
Greetings. In the name of the River Father, I welcome you to the Isle of Forgetting. You have come just as I asked. I am pleased to see you again. And as I see, you are not alone.
It is an honor to meet you, Brother Emerald. After hearing of you, we all wished to meet you ourselves.
Then I'm glad to answer that wish. Please, come down from your ship. I would like to tell you a little about this place.
Fulgrim, Kano, you stay on board and watch the ship. I don't want you causing any trouble here.
Bernardo,
No arguments. First, speak to the voice of the River Father. Afterwards, we can continue our journey to the toll gate. Just inform Captain Delbrack.
How can the River Father's voice help you? Yes, the River Father revealed your face to me in a vision. You will play a role in the fate of the river, that is certain. Give me your hand. Yes, the image is becoming clearer. A dark cave filled with putrid water. Tentacles that search for you in the dark. Beware the death that lurks beneath your feet. Forgive me. I can tell you no more. In the end, it is your deeds that will determine your fate. I will follow your progress and speak with the River Father, but heed my warning. Take care at the toll gate. This fortress is a place of suffering and fear. Do not be deceived by appearances to the contrary.
Wait, what makes you think we want to go there?
It is your destiny. You may set your own course on the waters of the great river, Ardo. But the River of Time has a will of its own. When you have found it, bring it to me. You will know when the time comes. But enough of that, my friends. Your tasks are preordained. Only you can decide how you face them.
Well, so be it. Since you mention our tasks, I had best return to the ship. We must prepare to continue our journey. Join us when you are finished here. We will cast off soon. It was an honor to meet you, Brother Emmerin.
I thank you. It was good to have guests again. Visit me again whenever you wish. Until then, go with the blessing of the River Father. How can the River Fathers... What would you like to know? There have always been pirates on the Great River, but for as long as I can remember, there have never been so many attacks over such a short period. That much is true. That's all I know. These are mere mortal affairs. The River Father pays little attention to such ephemeral matters. I'm sorry I cannot help you further. What would you like to know? A very, very long time ago, the River Father came into dispute with the Ocean God. In his anger, he caused the waters of the great river to swell and flood the surrounding lands. This temple of Etherd also fell to the floods. Nearly all the priests perished. The old god sealed his temple, but his anger remained trapped within. This temple has exerted an evil influence since that time. Etherd's fury seethes in its depths and threatens the river. Nobody knows what horrors it might unleash. What would you like to know? How can the River Father's voice help you?
First, speak to the voice of the River Father. Afterwards, we can continue our journey to the...
What an honor to be here. I have always wanted to get a closer look at this legendary island. Surely you wanted... What can I do for you?
We had an interesting talk, yet much of what he said was still rather... elliptical. But now we should take a closer look at this toll gate. Or is there something else keeping us here? All right, but don't dawdle. This bit...
Pardon me. I didn't want to burden you with my concerns. But when you spend your days with the moods of the river, then you learn to pay attention to certain signs. What can I do for you?
That's how I see it too, Captain. Take us to the toll gate.
Get ready to cast off! Set course for Elvenhus! We'll make a stop at Thurstone!
Delbrak had requested the River Father's blessing for his Thaleria, which we secured for him. After that, we were finally able to set off for the Thurstone tollgate. While Ardo was full of confidence of having taken a huge step forward, I decided to keep a very close eye on this Kano fellow.
Prepare the gangway!
Ahoy, Thaleria! Which of you is responsible for the toll?
And we don't have all day. Hurry up, or there'll be trouble.
No need to be so unfriendly. I'm coming. I'll see what I can get out of these two. You take a look around. But stay out of trouble. Right then, let's get down to it.
All right. I'm going to take a discreet look around the fortress.
You're going nowhere alone, scallywag. I want to keep an eye on you.
How are we supposed to stay inconspicuous with these two squabblers? This could get tricky. Let's make sure we stick together at least. Good idea. Maybe we should ask around a bit before we go into the fortress. The more information we can get, the better.
I've passed through here many times. You'd think the toll keepers would become friendlier when they know you. Unfortunately, exactly the opposite is true. So ask. A huge chain is stretched across the river there and lets no ship pass unnoticed. In addition, the toll officers check the goods and collect commercial taxes for the Count of Ferdok. So ask. My father had it built. Because of his love of stories and his reverence for the River Father, he named his ship after the sprite Thalaria, who lived in the meadows along the Great River. She enchanted the River Father himself with her golden hair. My father was wise to give the ship her countenance, and for this, the Thalaria has always been spared the wrath of the River Father. So ask. Well, let me just say this much. That I pulled Sam out of the river, Yalak out of a hole, and Dumb Dan out of a nest. So ask. Yes, but Master Ardo should be the one to decide that. So ask. What can I do for you?
You'd better go on ahead and make sure those two don't fight. You know how they are. I have to stay here and take care of the formalities.
Hey, we're not finished here. You can chat when you're done with the toll procedure.
Fex be with you. Are you also poor travelers harried by these toll keepers? My name is Sarastro Castellani, a merchant from Kuzli. Forgive my anger, but this stupid toll keeper here is driving me crazy. Well, I'm sure I won't get away from this place too quickly. Can I do anything else for you? They won't let me leave. I had to give them my entire goods list and stay until they checked it. Something about this place isn't quite right. Well, I'm sure I won't get away from this place too quickly. Can I do anything? It used to be much better here. A chat and a little gift for the guards was enough, and I could pass. Now they look through the lists like a prelate studies his prayer book. Well, I'm sure I won't get away from this. All kinds, I promise you. But I can't trade here without trouble from the head tollkeeper. An extremely unpleasant man. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sure I won't get away from this place too.
At your signal!
Travia be with you. It belonged to Garrow, my husband. I'm just clearing all his stuff out of my house. He left the good-for-nothing. There was some Thorwalian hussy in the bar. He couldn't take his eyes off her. I wasn't paying attention because a bunch of guards had just come in. But suddenly, they were both gone. She was huge. Arms like tree stumps. She's probably already broken him like a twig. He was such an idiot. Just Garrow's stuff. No idea. Yes, but it won't be anything important. Garrow was a good-for-nothing, although he watched it like a hawk. Except when he was looking at other women. Makes no difference now. I can't get the stupid thing open anyway. Key? Ha! Not Garrow. He was always so secretive with his things, that poser. He used to be a smuggler, you know. That's when he got his wooden leg. And he used it to lock the chest. So ridiculous. And now he's gone with his leg, and the chest is here. He probably just did it to annoy me. Bah! He can scrub the decks with his pirate bride for all I care. I don't want to see that Travia-forsaken vagabond around here again. Oh yeah, if you do find something out, let me know. Just keep an eye out for a good-for-nothing with a wooden leg. All right, what is it? What's up then? I'm Doral. Doral Holescrub. I run the inn here. It used to be such a quiet little place. That's why me and my husband settled here. But then this Bloomfold became commandant. If one of the guards has his eye on you, you'd better watch out. It used to be such a quiet little place. All right, what is it?
Effort be with you. You're new here, aren't you? What's your ship called? Ah, yes, the Thalaria. That's the ship of Captain, what's his name? Oh, is it a secret? But it's probably that old Delbrak you're traveling with, right? Everyone along this river knows him. But you're not from around here, are you? What brings you here? You trading? Oh, there's not much to tell. But if you like, what can I do for you? Sure, if you like. But there's really nothing to tell about me. You can call me Varman. I often travel up and down the river on business. Do you want to know anything else? I have some business here. I also wanted to talk to the Commandant about the pirate problem, as well as a few other less important matters. Do you want to know anything else? Yes, I hear there have been a few attacks recently. But that always happens from time to time. I'm sure they'll soon have the situation under control again. Do you want to know anything else? Yes, I hear there have been a few. Do you want to know anything else? Well, this is where they levy a toll on those traveling the river. That doesn't make this place particularly popular, but it's a necessary evil. Do you want to know anything else?
A strange fellow. He seems a little too curious for my liking. Be on your guard with him.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you? Yes, a little distraction while I wait for the toll. That would be fine. Tell me a little about your companions. Who are you traveling with?
By Hysinde, are you mad? You can't just go telling everybody our names. Don't you think this man and all of his questions are a little suspicious?
Oh, you seem busy. In that case, I won't bother you any further. Farewell. Oh, no, I'm sure you have a lot to do. I don't want to intrude. May Efford's currents bring you safely to your destination.
Ah, there you are. Maybe you can talk some sense into this stubborn mule. Meanwhile, I can find an inconspicuous way into the fortress.
Save your sneaking around for your thieving jobs. I'm doing this my way, the honest way. You just make sure you stay out of my way.
Shorty here wants to just knock on the main gate. If I know him, we'll soon have the whole garrison on our backs. I'm sure there must be a less conspicuous way.
Shorty, one more word and I'll make sure you can never sneak again. I'm doing this the honorable way. If they don't play along, that's their hard luck. Right. I'll go in and ask these scoundrels a few questions. If they refuse to answer, I'll give them a few solid reasons to start talking. It's a tried and tested method, and it saves time.
Lord of the Night preserve me. That's more dwarven wisdom than I ever wanted to hear. I'm sure you're very impressed by such a cunning plan. We should try to get into the fortress unnoticed. If the guards here have a filthy secret, we're bound to find it. As long as we don't arouse suspicion.
Bah! You should be worried about your own filthy secrets, scallywag. I'm going to do a little spring cleaning with my axe. That's how we do it.
It's good to travel with someone with a bit of common sense. Just stay behind me and do as I say.
Pah! Go and creep through the weeds together, then. I have work to do.
Praise the cunning one. My instincts didn't deceive me. This looks like a hidden route into the fortress. Whew. Ugh. I must admit it smells pretty bad. Well, sometimes you have to take unusual choices to maintain discretion. Please, after you. So what do you want? Oh, well, Thorgrim and I. Sorry, but I don't think this is the time to talk about that. Maybe later. Right, here we are. It's hard to believe this gate wasn't even closed. I take it as a sign that the cunning one smiles on our endeavors. But I think I should probably close it to avoid arousing suspicion. I agree. Right, let us boldly. Oh, by Vex, it stinks even worse than I thought in here. Yes, I'd rather this place smelled like wildflowers too. But at least this stench means we're less likely to bump into anybody else down here.
Yes, well, burglary is a dirty business, isn't it? A very revealing view of your profession, Kano.
We should move as quietly as possible. Even down here, you can never be sure that you're alone. If you follow the way of the fox, as I do, you will learn that soon enough.
Yeah!
Yes?
my fine fellow! Oh, have you been a good boy? Did you catch those rats?
Yes, Otho always do what Bloomford say. Otho catches rats and put key in chest like Bloomford want.
Yes, Ontho, you're a good boy. Listen to me. This is important. We've had a visit from a couple of snoopers. They might try to sneak in here. I want you to deal with anyone you find here, understand? Make short work of them.
Yes. Otho break all who come, and go look traps. Snapper, guard here. All what Bloomford want. Otho always make Bloomford happy.
Oh, Ontho, you really are a gem! The finest in my collection!
That cheerful glint must have been Bloomfold, the fortress commandant. He matches Gerlin's description precisely. We're on the right track.
Unfortunately, they're expecting us. People even seem to know why we're here. It seems someone was a little clumsy with their secret inquiries. Anyway, we should definitely avoid running into that Onto. Maybe we can distract him and his dogs. If we can get them both out of the room with the stairs, then we should be able to get into the fortress unseen. We just need to find some way of attracting their attention. By Fex, are you mad? Did you get a proper look at that fellow? There's a reason the Commandant only needs him to keep guard down here. Let's stay out of his way.
Don't do that! I am ready! Forward! Don't do that!
What do you want?
I am ready! Sleep of 1,000 sheep!
Yes?
New orders? I am ready! Attack! New orders? Yes! Fastness of body.
Ready on call. On tiptoe. On guard.
At your signal! I will handle it. Yes!
Ha-ha! Yes? Bring 'em!
New orders?
Ready on call.
Yes!
What do you want? Let's go. Ready on call. Yes? What do you want? Ready on call. What do you want?
At your signal!
Ready on call.
Hey, you archers! Stop stuffing your faces! There's a crazy dwarf out there smashing everything up! Stop him!
Did you hear the head toll keeper, people? We're under attack. From a dwarf! Sounds like we're really in for it.
Silence! If we're found out, we're done for! Cook, you stay here and bolt the door behind us. Come on, boys. Let's get that snooper!
That stubborn dwarf really did storm the fortress. It looks like he's taking on the whole garrison. By fex, I'd laugh if it weren't so horrifying.
Yes, and if they see us here, we can't expect much leniency. They all seem determined not to let any intruders out of the fortress alive.
These fellows are all in it together. They probably didn't expect anybody to come asking questions. It's just their bad luck that it happened to be Forgrim. I almost feel sorry for them. It sounded more like the toll keepers are in trouble. Well, I hope that shorty comes to his senses and doesn't kill the commandant before we can question him.
Yes, and if they see...
These fellows are all in it together. I completely agree. It looks like we'll have to cross the room behind this door. Fortunately, one of those fellows is still in there. Didn't you hear the head tollkeeper? He ordered them to bar the exit and let no one in. I think he said it to the cook. And what if he raises the alarm first? Believe me, a soft step and a bit of skill are always better than violence. And it's not exactly heroic to murder a cook, is it? And if he does see us, perhaps we can persuade him one way or another to keep quiet. At least for a while. What do you think? Didn't you hear the head? What if... And if he does see... Good. Fex be with us. Remember, quiet and carefully does it.